But here we go, boys. It's going to be PMA versus Hate. See what happens.
Also, did you get my whisper?
Oh, yes, I did. Thank you. I will talk about that next round. Venonis versus LC GvG. Yes, it did. Just type exclamation mark brackets if you want. Anyways, the reveal coming out from PMA is going to be good. They're going to get engaged on pretty hard by Hate. Damage coming out. There is a downstate there. 2 downstates actually coming out from Hate. 4 downstates. Looks like, I don't know if they got transfused, if they are running a Blood Necro on the side of Hate, but it is going to be at least 2 dead now for Hate coming out here. They're trying to get a regroup, but there is going to be a bubble coming out here. A wind's going to be dropped. 2 more going to go down. Well spike coming out from PMA, and I think that is going to be enough to crack Hate up. That's going to be 3, 4 players dead, and yeah, that's going to be round 1 going to PMA. A very decisive victory for them. Definitely Hate having some problems in the opening there. Getting revealed pretty early. A lot of damage coming out from PMA on top of that. Good spikes, good coordination. There you go. So there we go. I forgot to change it. This scene. I was like, wait a minute. I already do that. There we go. And again, like I mentioned before, I think that this is going to be a little bit more of a one-sided GvG than the last match we saw. I think that PMA is a much stronger guild. Coming into this this tournament, I believe they're ranked like top 5 or maybe 6 of all the guilds, and Hate certainly lower. Although again, like I said, I believe that I might have rated Hate a little bit too low, and that is on me. But nonetheless, hey, what's up, PMAJ? How you doing, buddy? 4-1 for Hate. Revised prediction. Very good, very good. I want Hate to win, but I know PMA will win. Hey, man, you never know what's going to happen in GvG, man. You really don't ever know. Anything can happen. But like I said, I definitely think Hate could win. I don't think they could take a round, but let's see. Either way, the comp that Hate is going to be running is going to be 3 Firebrands, 2 Chronos, 3 Heralds, 2 Thieves, 4 Scourges, and 1 Scapper. Apparently a Scapper.
I can't spell. Leave me alone. Also, it looks like there is a comp change coming as well.
Oh yeah.
One of the Thieves swapped to Herald.
One of the Thieves?
Or Revenant. Yeah, one of the Thieves.
Really? So they're maxing out their Revenants. That's interesting. This might be the first comp or first guild that I've seen running 4 Revs. I would guess it's going to be a Herald, but who knows? Maybe we'll see another Renegade like MM was running. But they're also choosing to only run 3 Firebrands instead of the 4 that most guilds seem to run. That does allow them to run that second Chrono, or before they swapped, the Double Thief or the extra Herald, whatever it is. They're not running any Ellies, no Tempest, so no support there, as we've seen a lot of guilds do. And again, I think that's a very good choice. I think the Tempest is a very, very strong profession. But nonetheless, they're going to be sticking with it. I don't know necessarily that comp was really the issue there, though. I think they may have just cracked way too quickly. Although, then again, of course, a Tempest could help with that a bit. But I think the amount of downstates, the amount of pressure that PMA was putting out was too much for even a Tempest really to handle. So I think Hate really need to work on, first of all, not getting revealed to start. I assume it was a reveal, unless... Or their stealth is just... They had a lot of issues with stealth. And also, they need to make sure that they're avoiding the spikes, the ground damage there from PMA a lot better than they did just that round. So, hopefully, we'll see them change it up a little bit next round.
Looks like there's another change going on as well. Don't know yet. Person's not on the map, but it looks like one of their heralds swapped to Warrior.
Matchup rigged should be SF versus Hate round 1. I don't... That's true. It should be Hate versus PMA, according to my bracket, and I believe my bracket's the one that matters the most. Bado with the host. Hey, Bado, shout out, my man. Thank you for the host, dude. I hope you guys had a nice GvG with Rex. I actually watched a couple rounds from your point of view. By the way, excellent playing, my friend. Very, very nice. Vibrant skills. But thank you for the host, my friend. Welcome to Bado's viewers. Hope you guys are having a nice night. You guys are having a good time. Again, I hope you guys had a good GvG there with Rex. It's 1-0 at the moment for PMA over Hate. And there we go. Good though, hey. Can't ever have enough revs. I mean, that is an opinion. Absolutely. Is Bully using a keyboard? Yes, again, like I said, I would expect he is. I think he generally plays with a controller, but I've heard him say that for serious GvGs, he usually runs a keyboard mouse. So, MM versus Hate. I don't know. It won't be MM versus Hate. I don't. No. The loser of this GvG is not going to fight MM. The loser of Rex versus the winner of this GvG is going to fight MM. And I can show that on screen. I'll show it now, actually. I don't have a timer. So, again, we just saw SF beat MM, so MM goes down here, and MM will fight the loser of this GvG. So the winner of the GvG we're watching now, PMA Hate, is going to go fight Rex. The loser of that GvG is going to go fight MM. And then the loser of this GvG is going to go down here, and they will fight the loser of where is it? This GvG, which has not been scheduled yet because SF obviously just won. There you go. There you go. And again, you can see that bracket yourself if you type ! bracket in chat. And we do have a timer for the next round coming out. 2:30, so 5 seconds. Let's see if Hate's going to be able to change something up, or if PMA are going to just repeat the first round and take it very, very clean. Both Scrappers going out looking for the reveals. Scrapper from Hate is there. Oh, I don't know if he gets the reveal on the PMA players. You got two players? Okay. So Hate do know where PMA is, so they shouldn't really get opened here. But the CC on the Veil is actually going to slow them down a little bit. They're trying to get a Shade Spike out. They're not really able to hit much, however, now actually going a little bit low. But PMA now pushing back in. Hate getting pressure. There's a wins. There's two downs. Immediately one gets killed. 3 downs now.
Yep. 3, 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. They're cracking very hard. They're trying to get the res. I think that's a transfuse. I'm pretty sure they're running Blood Necro. They are running Blood Necro. And that's going to be round number 2. And honestly, that transfuse is not what you want to see. He transfused them straight into that spike. Or he transfused them and PMA all spiked on it. But yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised to see the Minstrel Scourge coming out. I'm pretty sure that's what it is because he's running Healing Power Food. We have not seen that in a while. I mean, what do you think about that?
I think in certain aspects it can be good. I think open field, yes, it can be good. GvG, I'd rather have more damage than, you know, if you have like, you know, a surplus of Scourges open field, obviously you'd rather have more damage overall. But if you're having sustain issues, I think especially in like a driver party, for example, the Minstrel Scourge can be good to overlap barriers to keep the driver from, you know, or the driver getting hurt, or if he's getting sniped, for example, can be very, very effective. But in GvG, I don't think it's going to be really that effective, to be completely honest.
Hate runs Bow Truth instead of MI. That. But yeah, I think that Minstrel Scourge, well, Blood Scourge in general, dropped out of the meta for a pretty good reason. I just don't think it's as strong as it once was. And I think that one of the big reasons that we saw people running it to start was because of how strong Winds was. And because you really needed a way to pull people out of those wins. However, I think that it's honestly, it is a little bit difficult to use correctly and use well, I think, because you definitely, if you use it badly, you can definitely get people killed, and like confirm kills and get even more people killed. You can get yourself killed using it as well. As we saw, you know, that last transfuse from the Hate player, I think it might not really have mattered where he transfused them, to be honest, but it was not the best transfuse. He transfused them into a very easy spot for PMA to spike them down. And I think that's part of the reason that we saw it really move out of the meta. And again, obviously with the Winds nerf, people didn't need to get pulled out of wins as much. Also, with MI and Illusion just being as strong as they are, you don't necessarily need that extra res power. So I do think that it's just not as strong anymore. And I think you also really want the pressure that Spike Curses brings from either Condi Scourge or Selly Scourge, and you're obviously not going to have that if you're running Blood. So there you go. Almost 300 viewers. Yeah, it's pretty sick. We're going to be doing some big giveaways, boys. Well, you know what I mean by big giveaways. We'll do some giveaways.
big giveaways.
Yeah. But yes, so it is going to be 2-0 at the moment. Hate definitely need to change something up here because the last 2 rounds have really not been close. They've been very one-sided for PMA. By the way, what is Bullyfoot's name? Just King Bullyfoot?
Bullyfoot's name is Dinda My Bully.
Oh, yeah.
I'll whisper to you.
I got him. There we go. But yes, at the moment, I mean, has Hate changed anything with their comp between the last round and this one, or?
No, they did swap one of the heralds out when we were waiting to a warrior though. comp's exactly the same, though.
Are they still running that Minstrel Scourge?
I believe so.
All right, 2:30 is going to be the timer here for the next
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, they're
Hey,
still running the Minstrel.
Roy, can you view about hate class? You mean what they're running? Like the classes they're running? They're running 3 Firebrands, 2 Chronos, 4 Scourges, 4 Heralds, 1 Thief, 1 Scrapper, 1 Warrior, right?
Minus to a Herald.
Oh, they're running 3 now?
Yeah, they dropped one of the Heralds swapped to Warrior and round
So
started.
they're running 2 Warriors.
1 Warrior, and then 3 Heralds.
They weren't running. Okay, they weren't running Warrior. Okay, I got you. There you go. So yeah. But anyway, next round coming out, the Veil again gonna be CC'd pretty hard here, and unfortunately, it looks like maybe some 8 players going down, 2 players going down, Bubble gonna be dropped on top of that, and that's gonna be 3, 4 going down. PMA running absolutely straight through them. There's the well spike on top of it. The transfusion comes through, but that's not what they want right now. As all of Hate's in downstate, and PMA move off untouched, unscathed, unbroken, and not the same can be said for Hate.
Yeah, only 1 Hate member didn't die, and I think that's because he was AFK.
Yes. Wow. I gotta say this. I really want them to move off this Blood Scourge. I think it's just the 1 Scourge running it, but I really, really want to see them not using it anymore. It's not working for them. I mean, I don't think it's the reason they're losing, but it's not helping them, and I think they'd get more value out of something else. But either way, it's definitely not the reason that they're losing. They definitely need to. Well, they have to get out of spikes better. I mean, I think their support classes definitely need to do a better job here. I haven't really seen any illusions or MIs coming through, so the Firebrands, the Chronos, especially considering they're 2, they're not even running a MI. Well, there you go, boys.
They're running Bow Truth.
I mean, look, Bow Truth is not honestly the worst utility you could run.
No,
I genuinely, it's actually, it kind of got me, Spirit Weapons have always been a meme, and I memed Bow Truth myself a little bit here, but it's actually not that bad, but it is in no way ever going to be better than MI. The only skill that I would ever tell you to take MI off your bar for is stand your ground. That is the only utility skill you should ever take MI off your bar for.
As well as update the score. It's 3-0.
Oh, yes. Oops. I meant to do 3, not 1. You forgot to change bottom left score. Yes, thank you very much. Bow Truth over MI is not good. Yes. But yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest here. Like, I really, really want to see Hate supporting their players better because they're having a lot of trouble getting through that opening spike, and the opening spike is what you need to get out of the most. That's where you really want your Firebrands. And again, I mean, MI and Illusion would help them a lot here, but regardless, they need to be, stun breaking their players. They need to be healing their players more. And yeah, they need to. They really just need to be supporting through that first spike, and they're just not doing it very well because they're not able to get any counter pressure down until they can really get out of that first spike. Because PMA have been the aggressors every single round. Now, whether or not that's just because Hate are having issues with stealth or they're getting revealed or whatever it is, Hate have to do something to change that up. And again, we could talk about the classes, we could talk about the builds they're running, but I mean, overall, I think it really is going to be how they're playing. And they're not playing aggressively enough, and they're also not doing what they need to do on that first spike. And again, I mean, that comes down to individual player there, which is they just need to be able to support their players through that spike better. But they definitely cannot be cracking the way they are right now if they want to be competitive with other guilds at the moment. Again, like I said before, PMA is certainly one of the stronger guilds in this tournament, in the scene at the moment, so I'm not terribly surprised here. But, again, I mean, Hate have a lot of potential. They've been practicing a lot. They definitely can progress here. They definitely can improve, and I'd love to see it happen. But here we go. This is potentially the last round. If PMA take this, it's going to be the 4-0 for them, and they are looking clean as ever. I'm very excited to see them go up against some of the other guilds as well. But nonetheless, we have them going off against their possibly final round here of Hate. Hate going for the re-stealth on the side, but it doesn't look to work out for them very well, and they're actually getting out of stealth. Again, not what you really want to see. PMA going on the aggressor here. Hate is very, very split. And they already have 1 to 2 kills here. Hate trying to get some counter pressure out, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. The well is inside of this. Wind's going to be dropped as PMA turn around. And as they turn around, 3 players going down from Hate, 4 players going down. They're running through them. The transfuse in the back, and 3 more going to go down. It looks like 1 of them got up, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And PMA are going to take this GvG 4-0. Very, very clean. No issues at all. PMA looking good as ever. Sweet heroes, man. Hell yeah, brother. All right. Wow. Not quite as exciting as MM versus FF for sure, but nonetheless, GG's to both PMA and Hate. GvG is what we're here for, and a GvG is what we got. Like I said, I would like to see Hate improve. I'd really like to see them take what they did wrong here, hopefully learn from it, because they will be going on again. Let me get this. Let me get that bracket up there for you, boys. They will be going on again, and they will be going up against another guild. So I really want to see them as they go down here against, again, the loser of this tournament. This GvG, which I would expect to be SF. So they will most likely be going up against SF here. I would really like to see them take what they how they played today and try to improve upon it. But nonetheless, the final score is going to be 4-0. Creepy. Final thoughts, my friend?
Final thoughts. Overall, I think Hate really just needed to change a couple things. Getting rid of the transfuse, and then just keep at it, honestly. Granted, they haven't had as much time put into GvGs such as other guilds into this in this tourney, obviously. But overall, if they keep at it, I think they can definitely become a lot stronger as a group and possibly even take rounds off of guilds like PMA. Especially if they keep at it, they play as hard as they can, do footage review, and just get at it and try and have fun as best as they can.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Creepy Man, I appreciate you coming and having me yell over you. So a lot of times, not the
Thanks for
easiest job in
having
the
me,
world.
Roy.
Anytime, man. I always glad to talk to you. And again, I'm sorry that I get so carried away. I